the bods to beat me.
Real talk!
You're now listening to Divas 101, counting down the 101 moments that rocked, shocked, and made WWE Women's Wrestling history. This week's episode, Episode 5, Wake the Dead and a Mae Young Classic. Hey guys, welcome back to another edition of Divas 101. It's the talk show where we count down 101 moments that rocked, shocked, and made WWE Women's Wrestling history. I'm Tommy Purr.
I'm Joey Mayberry, your dad bod demigod.
And this is episode, I want to say 4, 5? No, this is episode 5. And this is going to be kind of a double feature because what we have on the broadcast today has two items that are easy to talk about and shorter to talk about. I don't think we could probably, knowing Joey and I, ramble on and on forever about these two moments on the countdown.
But we're gonna try to do it. We're gonna ramble like nobody's business.
Exactly, and we'll see if my phone allows. I have 75% battery. As you guys can tell, we're doing a little bit of a background check on me. This is the Tommy Likes It studio. My toys are all behind me because I'm filming on my camera phone instead of in my room on my really crappy webcam. So I just wanted to do something a little bit different. Also, I apologize if I seem bored at all. I'm really sick, and this was the only time that Joey and I could collaborate schedules. So my nose is as red as Joey's tan. My God, Joey, what is going on there?
Had an outdoor wrestling show yesterday. Mateo Valentine and I, glamorous and yummy, picked up the victory at Chicago style wrestling Northland. That's a whole mouthful, but you know I'm good with a mouthful. So we got the win there, but I got cooked, baby. I am a Thanksgiving turkey. Let's be real.
Move the straps on your tank top. Show them.
Oh. Tan lines. You can even see where my necklace was.
Oh my God, so funny. What's your background check?
Yeah, I got my Rainbow Daddy flag up.
Oh, that's really cool, actually.
I carried it to the ring on my first match back, and then I've got my Baymax. Above that's an autographed picture of the Horror Pops. If you don't know them, amazing band. And then on this side, I've got my Pokemon Snap exclusive poster and an autographed picture of old school Skillet.
Skillet, you mean the PG era WWE's version of Attitude Era version of Saliva?
Exactly. We'll make you feel invincible.
Feel like a monster, or whatever song that is. I can't think.
Feel like a monster, but no, this is like old school Skillet. Like I used to went like to Christian festivals back in the day and saw Skillet and got this autograph. This is like Whispers in the Dark era Skillet. Like,
well, guys, someone, I can't remember who said it in one of the comments of our video, but they said that they would be down for Joey 101. So 101 facts about Joey Mayberry. And guys, there we go. There's your Joey 101 fact for this episode. Is that Joey
is a huge Skillet fan.
Skillet fan. He used to attend Christian rock concerts. My God.
Fact number 2, I used to be a youth pastor and a children's pastor.
7 heaven, when I see their happy faces smiling back at me. 7 heaven.
And is there any coincidence that now there's this explosion of gay talent on the wrestling scene?
Yes, because I used my former religious experience to channel God himself to put more gay in wrestling. Dad bod, demigod.
That's the gag, honey. That's the twist. All the gay wrestlers now, Mateo, Dylan McQueen, Devon Monroe, all of them, like they were in your youth group. It's a cult now. You are gay Wyatt.
Oh my my God, yes. Please,
Uh,
dear God. That tea, someone send this to Dark Chic real quick. Hood slam that bitch up.
oh God. Okay. See, whew. This is why I shouldn't do podcasts when I'm like tired and exhausted and sick. Well, I don't know. Maybe it'll be better. Maybe I'll get more views and actually, be successful if
You
I'm
get
just
to
like
have
more
some ramble topics at the beginning. You get to have some fun edits.
Yeah, no, that's very true. That's very true. This is hope. Anyway, by the way, do you know how goddamn hard it was to edit that clip of Mandy Moore in A Walk to Remember singing Hope because there was all these like fade ins and fade outs during that musical number, and I'm like, no, I have to include this in the video.
It was all I could have hoped for.
Stop. Oh my gosh. All right. So on today's episode, as I said, we're doing a double feature. So 2 moments back to back. We're going to spend some time on one and spend some time on the other. I know that people didn't need to know that, but there are people out there who just don't get it, and you got to spell everything out for them. So moment number 97 on the countdown is entitled Wake the Dead. And this is the epic and iconic funeral home catfight between stepmother Dawn Marie Wilson and stepdaughter Torrie Wilson. Now, this took place on January 16th, 2003 on SmackDown, and it opened up with a I gotta tell you something, Raw had the women's title, and it had all the golden era women's wrestlers. But 2003 SmackDown was like the land of the diva actresses. Like,
you don't look so good. Actually, I think you looked a lot better when they carried you out on that gurney. You promised, Al. Why'd you leave me?
like Dawn Marie opens up the whole thing, sitting in her little armchair with this plunging neckline, and her tits are like just bam, like,
Yes.
and she looks beautiful. She gives this whole recap of what happened with her husband, Al Wilson. And what did you think of this opening part of this prelude to the catfight, Joey?
I'm going to go out on a limb, and everyone can either agree with me or be wrong. But Torrie Wilson versus Dawn Marie is the most underrated feud in the history of WWE. This feud was right up there with the level of like campiness with like Trish Stratus, Mickie James. It was up there in the drama with like Edge and Lita versus Matt Hardy. It had everything wrapped up into it. This was a modern white woman telenovela, and I adored each and every second of it. And Torrie and Dawn need more recognition for being as entertaining as they were, because this was all perfection, all of it.
Well, I guess you can say Greeks do it better, because if you look at it, Dawn Marie's Greek, Trish Stratus is Greek, Maria Kanellis is Greek, and so is Sable. And what do all 4 of those women have in common? They are terrific backstage segment vignette ladies. And they just always deliver on that. So I guess Greek girls do it better.
That's the actual title of this episode.
Wake the Dead, scratch that. Greek girls do it better.
Live fast, die young. Greek girls do it well.
Well, so anyways, I gotta love, like, and that's the thing that always sucked too, is that Dawn Marie was like always the heel for 99% of her WWE career. And she looked beautiful, she looked amazing. And so they always had to make her the super bitch heel, so people would boo her during the bikini contests so that Torrie would actually win, because otherwise, like, it was always kind of like narrow, even though she was a heel, people still thought Dawn Marie was kick-ass, which is great.
Because she was. And we talk about underrated as far as that feud goes, but as like in the lineage of women's wrestling history, they don't do Dawn Marie enough justice. She was really great on SmackDown.
Yeah, she was amazing. She was probably one of their best heels. And she always looked like she had a blast doing it too. And I guess let's just get down to the meat of this entire segment here, and that's the actual funeral home catfight. And this was so unexpected. This was just, I remember watching this. It was taped, obviously, but I remember watching it live as it was airing and going, holy fuck. And you just like, this was 2003, so we had seen like we had seen the catfights of yesteryear. We had seen what Trish and Lita could do, but this was just, again, like you said, it brought a whole new level of campiness. First off, killing off a character that is alive in real life was kind of like, that's weird. Like, they just wanted Al Wilson off of television, and he's how he didn't flinch or move or react while these two women fought over his casket is beyond me. Wilson is dressed in his Sunday worst. I'm like, wow, we couldn't have at least put him in a black suit. He had like that beige, I think it was
We
beige or
don't know.
tan.
It was sentimental. That suit belonged to his great-great-grandfather. You don't know. Let him die how he won't.
And then Dawn Marie's looking great, and Torrie Wilson's also looking great. It's her dad's funeral, so of course her boobs aren't all out. So it was a nice little touch.
Dawn Marie's
basically,
look for this was just lady in mourning, but also just seductress. Like, on point, Dawn Marie, on point.
she's looking for her next husband at her first husband's wake.
Yes.
And so there's they show some of the guests in the funeral home, and Dawn Marie basically, in a nutshell, tells Torrie that there's people in her family who believe that Al died of a broken heart and that Torrie never really loved her father. And I'm like, oh, that's some good. We need those writers back. Who wrote this? Because we need them back on. Dawn Marie, did she write this?
I hope she did. It just seems so natural because, like, even her stance, she like took that power stance.
You know what? The longer you stand here doing this, the more these people are gonna see straight through you.
Stance of like, it was very. What's the lady from American Horror Story with the blonde hair, the older one? She's like
Jessica Lange.
Jessica Lange. It was very Jessica Lange.
You stupid slut.
Careful, Ryan Murphy's now going to cast. Ryan Murphy's going to be at home writing American Horror Story season 11. Just be like, Dawn Marie. Who's Dawn Marie? Like, and then he's going to hire the wrong Dawn Marie. He's going to hire Dawn Marie Johnston from the early years of
Ryan
WWE.
Murphy. If Ryan Murphy is listening and getting ideas, all I'm going to ask is, since I am also a Z-list male celebrity, will you please cast me in one of your shows?
See, you'll get cast because you're really nice to everyone. I call out a lot of people's shit, and then I wonder why I don't get booked. So I'm just on Twitter like, this writing's horrible. Who did this shit? Stop them. Stop the real enemy. Nick Khan. But in any event, sorry, my cat is in the background wanting to be part of the podcast and talking. Stop! Nomi! Shh. Okay, so they show the guests and everyone's reacting with like gasps, and then Dawn Marie after Torrie Wilson. Okay, can we talk about a girl who can cry on cue and cry convincingly? This girl, flood works on camera. Torrie Wilson.
Flood works on camera, but I gotta say, when we talk about facial expressions and like acting in this, after Dawn Marie slaps Torrie Wilson and she's just holding her face and like staring at the camera, just that look of bewilderment and pain and anger, whatever emotion she was channeling there worked. Because that face, I was like, oh. And then when she stood up, delivered that smack back, Torrie Wilson, y'all. Why did we never see her guest spot on some television show?
Yeah. If Sable could appear on Pacific Blue,
yeah.
Why didn't we get Torrie Wilson on some show on UPN while SmackDown was running? Like, Girl could actually act.
UPN. I forgot about UPN. How did I forget UPN was a thing?
UPN, I know. I just took you all the way back there. But
I think that's what SmackDown was on, was UPN, wasn't it? Or am I wrong? Yeah, how did I forget it was on UPN? Like, that just completely just went past my brain.
UPN, and then like around 2005-ish is when there was the combination of UPN and WB, and it became the CW.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is weird.
I don't know where the C came from, but okay.
Who? I don't know. Creativity went out the window the minute it became CW. So
I like the CW. I think it stands for Creed because it's my sacrifice.
I want to quit today. I should stay. That's what we need. We need some My Sacrifice videos nowadays. That would really pump up the audience, I think.
Yes, it would.
But not with Creed. Like, that their lead singer got a little weird. But in any event, we're getting off topic. Dawn Marie with the first slap, amazing. I agree with everything you said about Torrie. As Joey would say in Ring the Bell, 100%. Which, by the way, guys, go watch all Ring the Bell episodes that Joey hosts and just take a shot every time he says, 100%.
No, do not endorse that. They'll die.
It's so, that first slap from Dawn was amazing. That sounded like a movie slap because they don't really hit each other. You know, they always dub the slap in. That's how good it sounded. But she hauled off and she bitch slapped Torrie. And then Torrie got her right back. And it almost looked like Torrie hit Dawn in the ear, which I was like, oh. Dawn hits the casket. I hope that did actually happen on purpose. Because I'm like, how great would it have been if that was not planned at all? Like, she gets socked in the ear and then she like fell in the casket and Al is just laying there like, oh shit.
That's what I would do. Because I've had to play a dead person on stage one or twice. Wow, doing great this morning, Joey. But literally, Al Wilson was a VIP in this, but the final piece de resistance of this, when Dawn Marie in the background is picking up that lamp and just coming towards Torrie as she sobs so pitifully over that casket and then just lamp smash, the crowd scream. That is one of the most iconic moments in women's wrestling history, bar none.
Daddy, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean
I have to say two things. I agree. 100%.
I was going to make that joke next, damn it.
Here's my thing. Okay, you clearly have a mom. I because like they mentioned that Al's divorced, right? I would assume that Torrie's mom would have gone to the funeral, Torrie's brothers, family members, and they all just, in my headcanon, sit back and watch fucking Dawn unplug the lamp and go to hit Torrie with it. No one intervened. All you hear, and you hear the gasps. Oh my God. Like not, Torrie, turn around. Torrie, behind you. Torrie, watch out. They just literally let Torrie eat shit with that lamp. And I'm like, my mom would have Pocahontas that shit. She would have gotten in between me and Dawn.
If you kill him, you'll have to kill me too.
My sister would have tackled her. You know, I was like, wow, this family sucks ass. No one saved Torrie Wilson.
In my life heard Pocahontas used as a verb, and I love it. Stealing forever. It is now in my vocabulary. Yes, ma'am.
But am I wrong? Joey, am I wrong here? Like, come on.
No, you're not. Like, I imagine, Tommy, you've been to Disneyland, correct?
Yes.
Or even Disney World. There's a Disney World version of the Fantasmic show where they're just like shooting cannons at each other, John Smith and Governor Radcliffe. And then Pocahontas just appears in a spotlight and goes, and like it stops all the fighting immediately.
Spinning arrow. It's the arrow from your dream. I love me some Pocahontas. Tommy 101 fact. Anytime I was sick, my mom would let me lay in her bed, and then because she had a VCR in her room and a TV, and I would just watch Disney movies while sick, even as a teenager, and Pocahontas was always one of them. So it does have a very special place in my heart, but it's just so funny. Like sometimes when I'm jogging or working out, I literally hear Grandmother Willow go, "You know your path, child. Now follow it."
Yes. Yes.
Remember how we said we were going to make this short and one video would be about 2 items, and then I don't think that's happening today. I think we're going to have a half hour for each event.
You're gonna go through and do your editing on these and be like, this 5 minutes isn't about wrestling. This 5 minutes isn't about wrestling.
I don't think it's gonna matter at this point. I think people are laughing, like, because they want to know, how do we get from Torrie Wilson to Pocahontas to, which, by the way, you know, Torrie Wilson did pay homage to Pocahontas when they did that Pilgrim fashion show against Dawn Marie.
No, ma'am, we're not talking about that. No dice.
Which,
no dice.
Which I'm kind of like, Dawn Marie trying to make sexy Pilgrim work. I was like, she's trying really hard. But all I thought about was Wednesday Addams and Addams Family Values, and it's like, the gods of my tribe have spoken, and they say, do not trust Sarah Miller. Do not trust the Pilgrims, especially Sarah Miller. I actually might dub that over the clip of Dawn Marie showing off her ring in the Pilgrim outfit.
Please do. Please do.
The gods of my tribe have spoken. They have said, do not trust the Pilgrims, especially Sarah Miller. And for all these reasons, I've decided to scalp you and burn your village to the ground.
But did you want to move on and do our Miss Rumble talking? Since
what a way to bury the lead. Well, there was a second thing that I wanted to talk about with this funeral home catfight, right?
Oh, okay.
So Torrie's brothers, mother, cousins, aunts, uncles, neighbors, they all watch her get beat to shit with the lamp, right? Mm-hmm. Which, unacceptable. Torrie was like the queen of selling, but it was so funny. She gets struck with the lamp, it shatters, and she's kind of still hovering over the casket, and then she just goes, ah! And then drops to like the side, just like she had a stroke. She just went, ah!
What would you do? You are completely overwhelmed by the death of your father. Your stepmother just smacked you in the face. You had an overwhelming sense of emotion hit you as you smacked her back and then fell desperately towards your father's casket. And then she just hit you with a lamp. Yes, fall to the floor, Torrie. You went through enough. Just stop. She's already dead. Like, please stop.
Like, ma'am, this is a Wendy's.
Ooh,
I actually
Asiago chicken sandwich.
I actually want to know what Ashley Furniture showroom they rented out to have this funeral in. Anyways, so yeah, that was moment number 97 on the countdown. This was such a great moment. All the gays reference this moment, and it's just such a well produced, well acted, really well shot moment. And I got a little surprise for you. Do you know how this storyline was supposed to originally end, this whole segment? This wasn't even the original ending.
Tell me.
Okay. So originally, from my discovery on the internet, one of the original writers came out publicly in a video that has since been taken down and stated that the original plan was that the funeral would happen. Al Wilson would, after Torrie's crying, Al Wilson was supposed to sit up and cut a heel promo on her, talking about how she was an awful daughter, get out of the casket, leave, get hit by a bus, and die. And then...
Please give me that. Please let the world just go back in time so I can see Al Wilson get Regina Georged, because I need that to happen.
You can take that fake apology and shove it right up your hairy.
People said they saw his neck go all the way around. That was bad. People said they saw me push him. That was even worse. I'm voting for Al Wilson because he got hit by a bus. I'm voting for Torrie because she pushed him. So that was number 97, as I've already stated. Again, it's the medicine I'm taking. I'm all like delirious. Maybe I should get high on medicine or weed or something before shooting, because this seems more relaxed and fun. So number 96, as Joey's already mentioned, number 96 on the countdown. Oh my God, this is a treat. This is a treat. The Miss Royal Rumble swimsuit competition from the 2000 Royal Rumble on January 23rd. Now, guys, at the time of this, the women's division was in the toilet. From the moment Sable left, and not because of Sable, but like mostly around the time that Sable departed from WWE, all the way up until pretty much Lita won the women's belt, the division was shit, you guys. Yeah. This was just horrible booking, horrible decisions. For those of you who are saying WWE doesn't know what they're doing, they don't know how to write, clearly me and Joey have suffered through 20 years of stuff that you guys thought was good, and it wasn't good back then. It's not good now. It'll never be good. Then, now, forever, not good. So this is so right at the moment, unless you were China, there was nothing for you woman-wise, unless you were China or Stephanie McMahon. The women's division was relegated.
Oh, watching this segment, and just then I went and watched the Raw that happened after Miss Rumble. And it was just the cat there with the women's championship, just holding it like this, just letting it, dangle around. She's like, how you doing? I was like, ooh, this was a bad time for wrestling.
And to be fair to Stacey Carter, the belt was almost bigger than her.
Yes,
she's
it
really
was.
Itty bitty. But you have to look at not only this segment, you got to look at the build up to it. It was just atrocious. So the build up is like, Jerry the King Lawler, Joey's idol.
No, ma'am, we don't.
Was like hosting an in-ring segment announcing the contest, and all the women come out that are involved. And I think one of them was missing. I think Terry might have been missing. But they basically hyped it up. What?
Terry was in it.
She was in the contest, but I don't think she was in the segment. Leading up.
I'm caught up. I'm good.
And so basically what ends up happening is, we get a prelude to Ivory being part of the Right to Censor, because she goes, "You're all perverts. I'm not taking part in this stupid da-da-da-da-da." She's just like not happy about it. And then Jacqueline and Luna go, "If we've got to be in this, you've got to be in this." And then it's just all kinds of like double entendres with the cat saying, "Hey, have you all forgotten about Armageddon?" Because she showed off her boobies. And then Barbara B.B. Bush tells everyone, "I think that the audience wants a bigger show." And because that BB, I guess, was supposed to be like an acronym for big boobs as well. Not just her name, Barbara Bush.
Spare us the dialogue, Babs. I mean, we don't want you to burst a brain cell trying to form a sentence or anything.
Oh, yeah.
So it devolves into a cat fight. Ivory somehow loses her top. People are fighting. It's just whatever. Come the time of the actual swimsuit contest, we have Terry Runnels. We have the cat, who is the reigning women's champion. Why? I don't know. Listen, I love me some Stacey Carter. She was the first like big star that I got to work with on the indies. And she's very, very cool. She's a very nice lady. But I was kind of like, we had so many other women that could have been holding that belt. I don't understand.
In the ring with her, like Ivory, Jacqueline, Luna Vachon.
Yep. Torrie with an I. who Torrie with an I was mysteriously absent from all this too, because she was working in her Kane and DX storyline. So it was just kind of like she was absent from this, but she was very present in the company. So you have, who do we say? Torrie the cat, Jacqueline, Terry the cat, Jacqueline, Luna, Ivory, BB, and then Mae Young.
Oh, and Mae Young. Okay, I thought we were gonna hold off on the mysterious final entrant at the end.
Mysterious. Well, we can't hold it off for too long because someone in the comment will be like, "We'll stop the video." I'd be like, "You didn't mention Mae Young." It's like, watch the rest of the video, moron. So I give 0 fucks. I'm so tired.
It's okay, girl.
So,
because you're not wrong.
We had special guest judges for this, like a panel of judges. We had Tony Gurria, we had Sergeant Slaughter, we had Fabulous Moolah, because
Classy Freddie Blassie was at ringside.
I was like, wow, okay. They brought out like an all-star panel of judges for this thing, like it was going to be an annual thing almost, and it never was. We never saw it again. Never brought up, never mentioned. I don't know what was the point, but all the women, first and foremost, all of the women looked really good. Luna refused to take off her negligee cover, even though you could clearly see her bathing suit, because
I loved Luna being like, "You're not gonna see me in this," but I'm like, we see it, girl. It's there. You're wearing it.
Like, girl, we've been new. We see you. We've been seen. So who did you like out of all of these? I guess we can. Did you take a look at the swimsuits?
I did, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you. One, you said all of these swimsuits were great. No, that bubble wrap thing that Stacey Carter the cat was wearing, no, ma'am. No, that would have gotten you eliminated. You would have had to lip sync for your life. That was not good. That was, Because one, I don't think that was sexy in the slightest. Two, any person who was ever thinking, oh, that looks very attractive to me, I would love to have sex with someone wearing bubble wrap wrapped around. Just wait until you have to take that off, bitch. That's going to be a process. You are not going to last through it. And then
I imagine it might smell. I imagine it might smell too.
Just body odor and plastic. That's, oh, no, ma'am. But you said who looked the best. There was only one winner of this competition, and it was the pride of Tennessee herself, Miss Jackie Moore.
I gotta say, I really I liked the cat's creativity, and Jerry the King Lawler, I think, said it in his book that he helped make it, because I was his wife at the time. So, but yeah, I agree. Actually, I take back what I said. And that's the thing, guys. If you speak, or if someone proves you wrong, be like, oh yeah, I retract my opinion. You're right. I liked the creativity of trying to use unconventional materials to make a bikini. But yeah, it does kind of look like it's just wrapped around her body. That's why it's like, really, Jerry, you made this.
It looked like a straight man made it. Let's be real.
And I'm like, do you have to wrap such small, delicate items in bubble wrap when you pack stuff? No, you throw them in your gym bag with some socks so they don't get tousled around. The end. Has no one moved before?
She should have taken a bump in that bikini. That would have been the safest one that she ever took.
Meanwhile, Rena Marrow's at home going, damn, I should have worn bubble wrap so I could bump. So yeah, I agree with you though, 100%. It's actually a toss-up between both members of PMS. I thought Terry looked great, and I thought Jacqueline looked good. And I'm kind of a sucker for those types of bikinis, the teabag bikini that they both were wearing. And Jacqueline's basically, yeah, they're called, well, back in the day, that's what they were called. They might have a more scientific term now, I'm not sure. But that's what Sable kind of wore at the Slammy Awards in '97. So it's just kind of like, oh, okay. Like, I am a sucker for those types of bikinis on women. I think they look amazing. it doesn't hurt at all that Terry and Jacqueline were both like in their prime body wise at that point. And Jacqueline's was basically just a different colored version of her red bikini from Fully Loaded, 1998. And
Stick with
so
what's great, baby. Like Jackie looked like $1,000,000.
she looked expensive as fuck in that. BB looked really good. I like the color of the bathing suit. It's one of my favorite colors. Is that like tealish verge of aqua look? But it was very basic, big boobed blonde in a bikini. Nothing really to it. And Ivory looked good, but it was very like it kind of just reminded me of Ivory's wrestling attire when she first debuted. You know, so.
Yeah. I did enjoy her though being in the big, oversized coat, just upset to have to be there. Like that character choice I liked. I kind of wish that her and Luna had traded though. I wish Ivory would have been the one to refuse to do it.
Right? That would have made more sense, I think, Especially since like Luna had a penchant for showing her ass all the time with like thongs and being kind of like dressed rather scantily sometimes, so it kind of was like surprising that that's what the decision they went with, And then of course,
like she's wanting to be taken seriously as a competitor, like that was her kind of deal, but like that was also Ivory's kind of deal, and she played it up a little bit better.
Oh yeah, completely. But even though we both agree that the Pride of Tennessee, the former Miss Texas, Jacqueline, the original Miss Jackie, should have won that contest probably. The win went to Mae Young, who I don't know why WWE decided to do this, but had Mae Young take out her puppies and flash them to the audience, and they were not her real breasts; they were a prosthetic. Yes, they were not her real breasts; they were a prosthetic. But the inspiration for that was that scene in There's Something About Mary when
Really?
Ben Stiller's or someone's trying to spy on Cameron Diaz, and it's like the landlady, the overly tanned landlady is showing her boobs, and they're like, ah.
Yeah, I get that. Okay. Just the thing about this is I watched it, and then I watched the segment that happened on the Raw the next night, which was her like golden or bikini presentation to Mae Young, and none of this led to anything because Mae Young was at least my boobs are real, and then all the girls got into a brawl, and that was it. Like,
I will say this about that segment. Ivory looked fucking stunning in that white turtleneck.
Yes.
What a look. What a look, honey. I was all about that.
Just
she
leading
looked
up to
hotter
that
than all
right
the
to censor
girls.
turn too, which is great.
She looked hotter than when everyone was wearing bikinis.
I am a firm believer, this goes for every gender in between, people look good when they wear stuff well. It doesn't have to just be sexy because you're showing skin. Skin's not the only thing that's sexy. Sexy is sexy, and she looked sexy.
She looked sexy and expensive, and she looked She looked professional. So, yeah, what a time to be alive, Joey, eh?
I mean, the same thing can be said today, but
Well, that concludes today's episode of Divas 101, and we hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed talking about it. Like, it was fun reliving some of those memories.
It's always fun reliving memories, and then I think the whole just fun atmosphere of filming these and talking about, literally everything that makes it, because you think about the times and the memories and the nostalgia and all those things that come up that we kind of went on tangents about, that kind of do come to mind when you think and relive your past with these women's segments that have just kind of lived rent-free in both of our brains. And it's so much fun each and every time we get to do it.
Well, I think also coming off of the This Is Hope episode where it had to be included on the list, but we were kind of like, we don't like, there's really nothing fun to talk about with this moment particularly. So it was fun to like come back with these moments, be like, oh my God, and kind of like kiki about it. That's always what's good about reliving the past. But speaking of reliving the past, let's go ahead and take a sneak peek at what we're going to be taking a look at next episode on Divas 101.
No! Did you have it? No, wait a minute!
And we hope you guys enjoyed that preview. And we will see you next week on Divas 101. And make sure to stay tuned to the very end to see our social media handles so you can follow us. And once again, I'm Tommy.
And I haven't been drinking wine this time, Pollo Del Mar.
But you still red as fuck, girl. You still 4 boxes of Franzia in, girl.
Not gonna lie, my new bill weight whenever I go to the ring is gonna be 4 boxes of Franzia. You just watch it.
Make sure you send them royalties to Miss Pollo Del Mar. Well, once again, guys, this is Divas 101. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Bye.
And don't forget, guys, you can follow us on social media. To follow Joey Mayberry, find him on TikTok at joey.mayberry. To follow him on Instagram and Twitter, you can find him at joey_Mayberry. To follow me, Tommy Purr, simply find me on Twitter at rare_form, RAWR_form. And to follow me on Instagram, find me at the_man_diva. You can also follow me on Facebook at www.facebook.com/officiallyperfect. PURR Theft. And to buy my merch, check out my Store Frontier store at storefrontier.com/merchandise.